question is, everybody would say, you said at the beginning of your introduction who you have and what you've accomplished. You've accomplished a ton. And you're very successful across anybody and everybody that knows you would say you're successful. Now, what percentage do you think Mama being and pushing you and grooming you and doing the things that she did, would you attribute to your success?
I would attribute 75% of it.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you the reason why. I was very smart. When I was coming to the boy, I was smart, intelligent. But I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to, being a coach and just regular coach, just doing things just as a coach. That was fine with me. I grew up in the country. That was, I didn't have any, we didn't have any doctors and lawyers and anything like, in McGregor, Texas, when I was black, when I was growing up. So we didn't have any black role models. And she one who inspired me, go get your master's, be a assistant principal, go to doctorate trade. So Mama pushed me to do a lot of things. Go for interviews for this, do this, do this. And she was responsible for a lot of the big moves I made in my life. So I would say 75%, Kevin.
Okay.
I just inspired him. I saw in him the potential that he didn't even see in himself. I saw it in him, and I admired that in him.
And that's what you think a wife should do, right? That's your job, is to push your husband, right?
Not push him, I just inspired him. Because in my eyes, I saw greatness. I saw greatness in him.
Okay, my question is, after 35 years of marriage and been living with your husband for 35 years, dealing with them through everything, thick and thin, looking back at it, one, is there anything that you would do differently? And then two, would you do it all over again and be here again?
I'd marry him all over again, because if I didn't marry him, I wouldn't have my best friend.
Oh.
And I wouldn't have someone who truly loves me. Through thick and thin, no matter how I look. Even when I was, not, feeling well or feeling, not looking my best or something, he would always come along, and I knew he meant it. And he said, "You're beautiful to me." And I knew he meant it, and it would just always make me feel better. And I think that's what made me over the years, become very secure in who I was, to the point that, now I'm very secure in who I am. And I think that affirmation from my husband kind of developed that in me.
Well, I would marry my wife all over again, because like I said, she completes me. She molded me into the man I am. Ain't no telling where I would be if I had married somebody else. Some of the other girls I hung out with and dated and messed around with, it was no comparison. I don't think I would so different. I don't think I would change for them. But I changed for her because I wanted her in my life. I wanted to please her. I wanted to be the man that she wanted me to be. So little by little, I changed and changed and changed, so I could be the person she wanted. That's why I would marry her all over again.
I saw greatness in him. I don't know, I just saw it. I saw greatness in it.
One thing I might have do different, I might have would have got a different, more of a, when I first got my master's, got a higher paying education, a higher paying job, or promoted to business degree, something else. I might have would have tried, even though I think I did the world good by being a good teacher and a coach. I affected a whole bunch of lives. I see people that come talk about, "Hey, Mr. Kemp," and we was at the restaurant, guy came and talked to his wife and tell us about how I kept him on the team when he really wasn't no good, and he loved me for it and stuff like that. I think I made a difference with people, and I'm a people person. If I would do different, it would be might get into a field, make more money. But other than that, it's not much different I would make.
Nothing different for your marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
For my marriage, I wouldn't do anything different. For me, as career-wise, I would have quit teaching right after I had my first son, and just adjusted my lifestyle to my husband's salary, and just lived on that. Because looking back, that's the one thing I regretted, and that was not being at home all the time. And it's the one thing I regret. That's the one thing is I should have been, I would have been at home, you know, and just been there every step of the way with my children instead of trying to have a career and a home and all that, because I felt like it added unnecessary stress, and that monetary gain, I don't think it was worth it. You know, compared, I look back on it, and I just, if I drove again, I would have just been
stay-at-home mom.
a stay-at-home mom, full-time stay-at-home mom, until my children were grown.
All right.
Okay, so what are your 3 tips for a successful marriage?
First one is being flexible.
You have to be flexible with each other. Give and take. Sometimes I give more, sometimes I take more. It all depends on the situation and the time and what's at stake. And so, and you don't keep score. Communication.
You have to learn to talk to each other, tell them how you would actually feel. If she says something that offend you, you kind of think she's talking down on you or whatever, let her know. Just talk to her. Say, hey, just don't talk to me like that. Tell me what you want. I'm better than that. Treat me this way. Communicate, talk, tell what's on your mind with each other, so you can know, and so you can learn each other wholeheartedly what's going on with each other's minds.
And I think you have to be honest with each other. I mean, truly honest with each other.
And honestly, sometimes my wife been asking me a question, and I know what she want to hear, but I have to tell her what I actually think. And sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's not the best thing. Sometimes she tell me stuff that I don't want to hear it. I'd rather hear a different version. But I know that's what she's feeling, and that's what I really want to hear. And so it's what I want to hear, but it's not what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
And it makes it easier, even when honesty and when it's hurting, but it's easier when you know that truly that person truly loves you and has your best interest at heart, and they're not just being honest, but it's not spoken in love. Because when you know that person truly loves you, he's truly being honest with you because he loves you. And he wants the best for you. I want the best for him. So it's always spoken in love.
Okay. So as we wrap this up, I want you to describe your spouse in 3 words.
I'll do it first.
Okay.
My wife is caring. She cares about other people and me. She's very caring. The kids and family members and people. Since we ride down the street, you see a man out there with a sign, she reaching the purse, give him some money. She's very caring. She's very spiritual. She think what God do about this, what to do. I can't lie against it. I got to do that. She want to do everything right by the book and by the Bible. And she's very lovable. Lovable is the last one. Very lovable.
I wanted to say my husband is kind. He's genuinely kind. He's very, I guess, open. He's very open, approachable, and he's caring also. He's very caring. He cares about his family. He very much so cares about his children and me, and he cares about other people too. And he can be touched by other people. And that's something I've always admired about him.